All right, what up, lovely people? All right, I haven't done a video in a little while. Like I said, we had relocated to another home, and so therefore haven't done a video. Still trying to set my office up and set up all the rest of the office stuff and things like that. So I do apologize for the delay in videos. But this one in the group, you guys have been asking, what do I look for in the trading charts? I'm going to slide this around. As you can see, triple arrows hit right here. We had a drop. This is on the Aussie JPY. Okay, and let me slide this over. I'm currently in this trade right now. You can see this is a live trade. You'll see the pips moving in this corner. So this is not a fake video. This is a live one. There you go, 8.6, 9 pips now. So what do I look for? See, this is the 15-minute chart, okay? But now you see the triple arrows is on the 15. I'm going to click and keep your eye right here in this corner, right here, M15, very clear. Let's go to the 30. You can see M30. What do you see? Triple arrows. Then you go to the 1 hour. 1 hour. Triple arrows. Then you go to the 4 hour. What do you see? Triple arrows. Yes, it did a pullback. It been going up and down, up and down, up and down, which is why I don't mind when it goes up inside these channels. And you guys who are in the group, you already have these auto channels. You already have them. They work on the 4 hour. So once it went to the top of the channel, came back down and did what is called a pullback. What does the triple arrow say? It still says, yes, it's still on its way where? Back up. Okay, but this is the long 4 hours. So once I seen this right here, guess what? Boom, I'm going to take that trade. Here's the next one. Here's the daily chart showing what? Triple arrows. Went to its top of the channels and came back down to retest, came right to the end of the channel on the daily. See that? Right on the end of the channel. Retested that thing and it went back up. And as you can see, we're 9.5 pips and climbing. I'm going to hold this for a little while. Why? Because all the way from the 15-minute to the 4 hour, we have triple arrows. So this is one of the trades that I'm telling you guys to look for. You want to look for trades that have multiple time frames of confirmation. Okay, and this is the Swiss JPY. This is the one that was highly manipulated today because they dropped the market, took a lot of folk out, only to bring it right back to support. So if you had your stop loss underneath the big arrow, which was over here, yes, this thing does move. And let me say this very clear. As you can see, I'm up 23 pips, 23.3. This is a live trade, 23.4. I did not get afraid out of this trade just because it went up, hit the top of the channel and pulled back because it never broke support. As you can see right here, it's still there. Okay, here's the triple arrows on the 4. And I told you guys, triple arrows on the 4. So yes, it's within this channel, so it may come back and try to test the lines, but it's a triple arrow on the 4. So as you can see, you can enter on smaller time frames, but you're still getting confirmations on the big time frame. So this is what I'm looking for. See this triple arrows? Boom, this is the 15-minute right there. 15, 30, triples. 1 hour, triples. 4 hour, triples. Do you get what I'm saying? So these are the trades that are safe to get into. I know a lot of people want to trade a lot and want to, play the channels, which you can. As you can see, look, it's bouncing in and out. So if you find pairs that's playing within channels, you're more than free to do that. Because look, the arrow is sitting right at the top of a channel or at the bottom of a channel. If that's the case, hey, go ahead and play your thing. Because your risk is so low, it's right here, right below the arrow, which is against the channel. But I'm just saying, if you're going to swing trade this bad boy using our system, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for reversals on multiple time frames, not just one, not just on the shorter time frame. And then there was the question that came up in the group. So what do you do when the one time frame on the shorter does not match the longer time frames or vice versa? Here's what I do. Either I will keep a small position and use a trailing stop, or I just will wait for a better pair to show up. You guys got to remember these trades, the charts, the Forex market is always going to be running, okay? And this is one of my hardest lessons, getting the trigger finger. Oh, I got the trade. Oh, I got to jump in the trade. It's addictive. I understand that. But that was why I was blowing accounts. I was constantly in trades way too much, trying to instead of just being patient, waiting for a good setup, trading only 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 at the most a week. But really, the professional traders only take about 2 or 3 trades. It doesn't take that many trades. That's the reason why normally I don't send out signals on Sundays and Mondays, which is horrible days, in my opinion, to trade, because that's high market manipulation, anti-trend trades. There's a reason that why they call it the midweek reversal, because during the midweek is when they typically release the trend from its, usual route. Like today is what? Tuesday. Okay. And look at what's happening. Now, they did in the early session, they manipulated, dropped the market back, scared a lot of folk with some pins, stop hunt candles, and now look what it did. Resumed its pattern. Same thing with the EU. Same thing. Went all the way up, dropped it real big, scared a lot of folk. But what did you see? Here is the bottom line where the triples are. Did it break below the baseline? No, it stopped right here, and now it's back up, and here's another trade that I'm in. 18 pips. See, I'm not afraid because I know what's going on. Patience. See, triple arrows. Tested the market. Pull back. What did the triple say? That it's still going up. Okay. Also here on the daily, here's the triple arrows. Went up. Did a pullback. What does it still say? It's going to do what? Go up. So that's why when it did that little scary move earlier, here it is. Right here on the shorter time frame. Yeah, you could have played it. See, on the shorter time frame, up, boom. Get a little pullback, but I know even with this, it's not going to go that far. Why? Because what does the longer time frame say? They say, here's the 1 hour. What it would say? Going up. No big arrow on the reversal on the longer time frames. It says up. 4 hour. What does it say? Up. Daily. What does it say? Up. So yeah, you can play the shorter time frames, but don't anticipate a very large move if it's against the longer time frame. So again, going back to the AJ, which is what I like to call it, here is the daily. What does it say? Up. Bouncing off the channel. Yeah, it had a pullback, but what does it say? Up. Okay. 4 hour. What does it say? Up. 1 hour. What does it say? Up. 30-minute. What does it say? Up. 15-minute. What does it say? Up. I'm mad that I was away driving with my wife going to the grocery store and happened to miss this entry. I would have got in way down here. Why? Because every time frame is saying the exact same thing. These are the perfect trades that you should be looking for, because once you get into these, you can relax, you can put on bigger lot sizes or whatever you want to do without fear, because you know all time frames from the 15 all the way to the daily is all communicating the same exact message. So if you're trying to get into trades that have contradictory messages, it's okay to get into them. You can play it, like I said, if you want to play in between channels, that's perfectly fine. But again, don't anticipate big moves. Well, I mean, like this one is a big move. It was anti-trend. So yeah, you could have played it. But again, put your stop loss right above the big arrow. That's fine. And you could have made some tremendous pips on this trade. So again, you can. But what do I look for? I'm patient. I'm really willing to wait. That was 33 pips. Okay. So I'm willing to just wait. It's up to you. I can't tell you how to trade. You have the system. You got to make up your own mind. But I'm just telling you what I'm looking for, because that's what the question was. What am I looking for? Last week, here's the play we played and made tons of pips. Here was the triple arrow. I sent the signal out right here. That thing shot all the way up. Okay. And here it is on the 1 hour. Okay. Triple arrow showed up right here. We got in. Made a bunch of pips, and then right here I sent the signal. That's out after 178 pip move. 2 positions is how much? Okay, over 300 pips. So I told you guys you should have ate real good off of this one last week. Then the triple arrows came in, and I said, oh, triple arrow says to do what? Get out of our buy position, get into the sell, and collect some more pips on the exact same pair. So then it went down just as we said, and even though we're, some may be holding it, I got out of it, but look, that was another, what? Right here, if you would have held it, that was another 92 pips. So that's close to 400 pips on one pair, going up and going down, going up and going down. There you go. See? And let's look at it on the larger time frame. On the larger time frame, it says what? Boom. Right here. On the larger time frame, boom, it's still saying a buy. Yes, it's in a pullback, but it's still saying a buy. So therefore, yeah, that's the reason why this move here was much longer, in my opinion, and this one is not finished, but I believe it's coming to an end because it's stopped out right here. Why? Because on the daily, it's saying it's going up. That's why this move here, when we got into it, was such a comfortable move. It was nothing to think about. Hey, get in the thing and ride it on out. See? Boom. You can play it on the 30, which will give you a shorter up and downs if that's what you want to do. But if you just want to be comfortable, yeah, get in the 1 hour. And there you go. And just ride it up in the same direction as the daily and 4 hour. Okay? Hopefully this helps, and I'll be doing some more videos.